Hello everyone, this is Xander Turon, and I am back with game 34 of the first Reddit Open tournament. In this battle, on the blue team, we have NickDaMan with a NORAD General deck. Not something you see very often with NORAD in a 1v1. And on the red team, we have Belarus Border Service with his Yugoslavian Mechanized deck. No, Entente Mechanized. Yeah, it's Entente Mechanized. Unless my memory's that bad. Anyway. So once again, we're still in the semifinals, so be best 2 out of 3. Yep. There we go. Alright. Let's see what NickDaMan has. 2 command start, of course. We got... Alright, so he's using command infantry here in Alpha, and he has command infantry during the Blackhawks. 300 kilometers an hour. They're decently fast. Helo. And yeah, so... What do we got here? Blackhawk with Rangers, by the looks of it. 2 of them. And 2 DAPs. DAPs are fun. Anyway. Yeah. Looks like more Rangers in the M35s. If I can use my WSD keys. Looks like more Rangers. Or there could be upvetted Cav Scouts, I guess. Ugh. And we got Bison, that looks to be Canadian Airborne. Probably 90, just because they do have the mini-me. Canadian Airborne 75 are no longer as lousy as they used to be because the C2A1 got nerfed during the big machine gun patch. More Canadian Airborne, and Wolverine. Upvetted? Yep, Wolverines are upvetted. They have 45% accuracy. When you upvet them, they get like 55 or something. Or not quite 55, like 52. Something like that. So they actually stand a decent chance of hitting something at that point. Anyway, we got LVTPs. That's just the basic one, and that's going to have SMAs in it. Leopard C2 Mexus. Solid 80-point medium tank. M125A from Mortar. And another M35. I'm guessing these guys are heading to Charlie. Maybe some of the people in here are also heading to Charlie as well, but I think definitely the bulk of this force is going to be heading into Delta and Echo, as is usual for this map. As for Belarus, let's see what we got. 2 command start, yep. Both starting with command infantry. Got Tacha 148, that's going to have the Pruzkamichi, whatever they're called, the Czech shock infantry, recon infantry. Got PBs, that's going to be those dudes. Proletary. T55A, that's going to be just recon. Cab M4. Pram S from Mortar. That's going to be Proletary in the, Proletary in the BVPs. Or that one could have, these have different veterancy, so these guys are definitely Proletary. These guys could be Proletary or Amaya Savannah. Got Jackson, Sava, more Jackson, M84A and AN. That's gonna be troublesome for the thingies. The Leopard C2 Mexus. And yeah, looks like more BVPs and PBs. Could be upvetted line, could be downvetted Proletary. Era 2's there, so my initial guess is that these guys here at the back are heading to Gulf and the rest are heading to Echo and Delta. That's just my guess. However, he's not starting with any helicopters, which means that those DAPs aren't going to be immediately useful. Not like the Israeli Cessnas, which are also decent against ground just because they do have rockets. Then again, these guys also do have a fair number of, autocannons strapped to them. They have two 7.62 miniguns and two 30mm autocannons, so it's a decent chunk of firepower they can put out. NickDaMan will have a speed advantage just because, he has wheeled transports. Belarus is mechanized, so he's only going to have tracks. So, mortar is smoking. I'm surprised NickDaMan didn't start with any... I'm surprised he's going with a Leopard C2 Maxis instead of, like, an Abrams of some description, like one of the bigger Abrams. There goes the Hera. It is very dead. Okay, NickDaMan's going all the way for Foxtrot. The Savas are going to have a words with him, probably. He's got to land those Blackhawks immediately. Oh, Puskamichi get on the ground. And Rangers are also on the deck. Oh. That Blackhawk's getting shot up. Oh, L-17K gets a dap. Oh, flies over the Wolverines. Oh, takes one hit. And it goes down, I think, was it? Yeah. F-15C Eagle. Oh, and Mi-35 is out. There's still that DAP there that can intercept the Mi-35, providing it doesn't miss twice. Got here. Oh, Bison's getting shot at. Oh yeah, those ones got wrecked. These Wolverines are just going all in. Oh, there's Highlanders in there, upvetted. I forgot that those are also a thing. They're just like Legion 90, except worse, because they cost the same and Legion 90 are better because they're shock, and Highlander 90 are, regular. Oh, small party do some damage to the AN, but not a lot. Oh, and the C2Mex is engaging it. And it goes down to the SMAW. However, there's a wave of infantry going in, and Harrier, this is the Hydra one. Oh, Airborne, yep, so Airborne made it into here, so he has Airborne and Highlanders in the Bisons. Oh, what was that? Is that the Seagull? It's kind of hard to get the camera precisely where I want it on this thing. I could just look at the wreckage. Could have been the L-17 and L-17K or something. Yeah, there's the Seagull. God, I'm like, oh my god, did he actually lose a Seagull? A Seagull? That's the Harrier, that's what went down. Because I'm like, oh my god, NickDaMan lost plane. It must be the Seagull. No, he had the Harrier there that I forgot about. Oh, Mi-35 is there. It's engaged a bit. And it's about to engage again. Oh, but lost line of sight. Wolverine's trying to get in. Have the smoke coming out to let it to get in there unmolested. But the thing is, yeah, NickDaMan's fucking around here, but he's not preventing the cap of the objective. He could just send the Bison down there and take care of it, really. And while he's doing that, Belarus Werther is just pushing right across. Oh, hey, but he is pushing. He has engulfed, so he's not in a bad position down here, but his position up here is pretty tenuous. Oh, Mi-35 went down. Looks like the Bisons took a chunk out of it. Okay, or yeah, the Wolverines. Now the Bison's going after it. 2 GPMGs. Which is really what the British refer to this MiG-58 as. Canadian service is just known as the C6. Ooh, LVTPs are getting chewed up by those BVPs. NickDaMan is taking a +1 because he did take up the CV and Foxtrot. But he's just going to get lots of reinforcements came in. 3 stack of Snezkas. But yeah, this is his position here. It's like his CV and Bravo is also threatened. He's actually probably going to lose it, so it's going to be an interesting situation for both sides. Oh. Yeah, Savannah are getting chewed up. Oh, but the Snezkas are going to have a word with the Canadians. Oh, Highlanders caught out. Their bison got shot from underneath them. And they're gone. And, oh, Smalls get him. Oh, here comes the Lulbo. Is there any Savas? There is a Sava. Oh, TACCOM. And TACCOM's been spotted. Oh, these guys are still in the fight. Oh, but the PBs are chewing up the Rangers. And yep, another CV coming out. T-72 M1K, a little bit more resistant to being sniped. I mean, well, that Bison's just fast moving down. Oh, the Pram party spotted, but the Bison couldn't engage it because reasons. Or just bypassed it. And yeah, now it's going to get wrecked by T-72. He should have driven it off-road, but the thing is that the Bison just has mysteriously, this inexplicably bad autonomy. Like, the actual thing has like 550 kilometers of autonomy. Kevin 4 is out of ammo. Longbow is just falling back, probably because the Sava was spotted. Is this him? NickDaMan, you know, his move into Foxtrot, that's a good concept, but he got too badly wrecked in Delta to be able to really make up for it. However, the battle still has a fair chunk of time left in it, so we have to wait and see. Pretty sure, of course, at this point the Longbow could just fly around and get these. In theory. NickDaMan does not know that. I do. Oops, Seagull's back out. And the Rangers just chilling up there. Nope, TH-495 got something. PB probably. Or, nope, got the Cub. Oh, Smas are being engaged. They're wrecking the infantry, but there's a lot of fire support and other infantry for them to deal with. And they're also running low on ammunition. Yeah, and this is where they die. And they're out of ammo. Oh, T-55A is getting wrecked by the Longbow. Yeah, L-17K coming out for the Longbow and the Seagull's not going to be able to save it. Or, ooh, that's one hit, and he saves the Longbow. Of course, now it's going to be like a Pracha. Oh no, Pracha's not available in mech, so it's going to be Sava. Oops, Sava spawned over there. Yep. Oh, to NickDaMan see the T-72? Yes, he can. He's shooting at... Oh, he's probably shooting at whatever that is. So, gets a hit on the T-72. And it goes down. But it's running low on... This guy's running low on ammunition. Oh, these guys are going to... Oh, Rangers are going down though, but TH-495 is definitely quitting itself relatively well. Switching fire to the PBs. Oh, Pram's going down. L-17K though, and that Seagull is not out. And rip Longbow. Oh, it actually didn't take it out. It's left on 1 HP. That's fairly uncommon. Oh, Hera 2 is going up. Oh, it's routing. It took that much damage. It got that badly suppressed that it's routing. That's hilarious. And now the Hera 2 could even finish it off. Oh, Seagull's rushing in to save it, but it's too late. I think the Sneska's got it. Or the L-17... Maybe... L-17K did fire another R-60 at it. Oh, one hit. And... just a little bit too slow to make it away from the Seagull. The Seagull did take a hit, probably from Sava. Oh, hey, the small team actually just finally went down. And NickDaMan is sending some guys up. He's got Canadian rifles and TH-495s and M163 CSs. Looks like Belarus is a bit nervous about something bad happened to that CV. Oh, and command infantry coming out. Oh, that buys a better unload, yeah. If it just drove into that forest, this proletariat would have wrecked it. Oh, Canadian rifles just... that M84 is just gonna be murderous on him. Guess if C2 Max is coming in, I don't really think it'll fare too well though against the M84A. It has not. It's not really that much worse armor than it's just the gun on it's not nearly as good. This thing has 2 AP, has better stabs, and it's auto-loaded, and it has more armor compared to the Nexus. Oh, and it looks like Belarus wants Bravo. If he can cap that, he's going to be able to just flood in reinforcements. Oh, Leopard C2 is going after BVP, and it's gone. Okay, we're caught out the Proletary. Oh, but the Jackson's going to have a word with it. Or with these guys. Okay, oh, he's going to try and walk the TACCOM and probably what the Snezka. Those TH-195s need to take care of it. Oh, looks like the airborne popped the Jackson, yeah. The 800 meter or 875 meter range on the Cogus of M3 is pretty handy. Oh, Thunderbolt's coming in. It's probably looking for that M84A. It's aiming at something. Oh, Canadian Rifles coming in from that side. Yep, they get the Sava. Oh, going after empty transport by the looks of it. Or that's Netska, it's hard to tell. Oh, TACCOM. Okay, saves the TACCOM from the Snezka. It's like Belarus is probably just going to put that CV into Foxtrot. Oh, Maya Savannah about to go on. The only thing left in there is the M84A, which is still a significant threat. Oh, and the TACCOM get found by the Hera too. Oh, but the Harrier is trying to save it. Oh, 1 HP, but now the Snezka's coming after it. Can NickDaMan see that? He can see there's something coming. Thunderbolt's angling for it. What is this? M80A and the Snezka. Oh, and the TACCOM go down. And then the A10 gets side-shotted by the L19. I wonder if that Seagull's repaired itself yet. Because if it comes out right now, that L19's probably doomed. Actually takes a hit from the AIM-9L. No, I don't think that Seagull repaired. Or did it go down when I wasn't paying attention? I'm pretty sure it survived. Oof. Anyway, Snezkas and BVPs are now just driving right down the road, and I don't think NickDaMan has any command infantry left. I think you only get 3 of those per card. Oh, but the longbow's coming up. And Belarus is staying at +1. He capped Foxtrot. And yeah, there's a Seagull must have just finished repairing. Oh dear, too far out. Oh, HG40 coming out. That's going to have Paddy Field. 90, presumably. Nope, and Longbow's about to wreck the BVP. Can't see the Snezka. Oh, Snezka's engaging. Blitz it with the gun. And that Longbow did take a fair bit of damage. Oh, TH-495 is out of ammunition and can't defend itself anymore. And yeah, CP. Humvee CP coming out for Bravo. That's one nice thing with the Seagulls, or the Eagles in general, is that they have good time over target. Alright. Yeah, there's Padarenchi. HE-40 is not great just because it is just the 57mm rockets. Not as fun as the Mi-8 MTV or the Mi-17s. Those things are a hoot. Not that you shouldn't completely disregard 57mm rockets. They can definitely help, especially against units in the open, but in general, the S5s just aren't good. Yeah, once NickDaMan captures Bravo, he's going to put it to 0-0 for acquisition, though. It's going to be 42 to 58. However, he's in a decent position to capture Golf and Charlie, though Delta and Echo is a bit of a different story. No. Eagles back out. Longbow. It's repaired and resupplied. Drained an entire HLVW to do it by the looks of it. Hare 2 is flying right over. It's probably going to get whacked by the Seagull. Or not. That's just going to give away to Belarus that NickDaMan doesn't actually have anything in Charlie. Oh, L-19's going for the Seagull. Oh, Seagull's turning away. It's dead. Oh, they both missed, but oh, it actually mutual kill. However, the difference is that L-19's 2 per card. F-15C is 1 per card, elite. Oh, Hera 2 might do some damage to that M125A1 mortar carrier. Or no, it's just going to get MG'd and then the Wolverine's going to lose line of sight because of the ridge in the trees. It looks like the infantry that came up here got whacked. Longwheel's back out, though there is a Sava waiting for it. I think that it's possible that the Hera 2 flying by might have spotted the longbow. Oh, got TH-495s, got some Rifleman 90 probably in there. And M2, the M728CEV, that thing is a hoot. However, it's not really meant to be fighting in tanks like that, especially if it side shots them. Like that. Oh, Hera 2's coming in. Wolverine's moving in, there's 2 of them. Oh. Yeah. Got some Czech infantry sneaking in the Bruce Kamichi. Oh. These guys are taking rockets, however, they have 3 front and side armor, so those 57s aren't going to be doing a lot of damage. Oh, Wolverine blaps. The Hera gets... oh, misses. And misses 2 shots on the HT-40, and now it has to reload because it only has 3 missiles ready. And that expended all of its ammunition. There's 1 hit. And there you go. Took the Wolverines 4 shots. Which makes sense, because like I said, they're upvetted, so they're going to have nominally about 50% accuracy. Oh, is NickDaMan going to try to swing around with the longbow? NickDaMan definitely needs to get eyes in there because he's got enemy recon infantry right up in his grill, basically. Oh, and he's going to try capping it. Oh, that could potentially... they probably won't be able to kill the Humvee as it probably is going to drive around there, but they might see it, which is going to be a big deal. Because we all know, knowing is half the battle. What he says what G.I. Joe told me. Oh, these guys are going way around. What is the autonomy on that? Not great. Oh, is he smoking? Yep, smoking. He looks like he's going to try and push. Makes sense, he's got some right... oh, it's just base riflemen. Some Canadian rifles, 85. So these guys are probably his spam. Which makes sense, you know. Basically your spam in NORA is either going to be riflemen in M113A3s or it's going to be Canadian rifles, 85 in M113A1s. A1s only have 1 armor. So it does make sense to get the 3 armor transport. I think the Smas whack the... yeah, they got it right there. Oh, command infantry coming out. It's probably going to cap Delta or Echo. Can Belarus see the CP? Maybe not. Yeah, there's a lot of trees there, so you probably won't be able to see it. Where is the longbow? Whose line of sight? Okay, there it is. That's just still trekking along. I don't know what that's doing. It's probably just... Oh, it's probably gonna walk the Canadian rifles up to the buildings, and then TH-495s will provide support. At least that's what I think he's gonna do. It's hard to tell. Yeah, and there he goes. Some splitting them. And yeah, that's... Was it? Yeah, 8 HE power. It's a hoot. Oh, but Sneska and M84A are getting the TH-495s. And NickDaMan is capping Charlie. Belarus is capping Delta. Right now scores are at 69 to 42. Oh, and Belarus is bringing out a command for Echo for that +1. Oh, smoke's not doing too well. Both M728s have gone down, and these Canadian rifles just caught out in the open. Oh, is this C2 and M1A1HA coming around? Ooh, but the Droog's engaging. C2 is going to take a big hit. Or it could miss. I'm surprised the HA is not wrecking that T-55A at the moment. Must be some line of sight. Oh yeah. There it can't get him. From there it will. Oop, Droog's firing again. And lost line of sight probably. Oh, Longbow spotted the Prus Kamichi. They moved up. Or no, they didn't move up there. Been there a while. Canadian rifles here have just finally gone down. Oh, a lot more riflemen coming in and some SMAs. And the Patriot is out. Oh, just in time because an L-15M is about to pay him a visit. And he is out of Seagulls, or he lost one Seagull. I don't know what his plane tap looks like, so don't know if he has a backup ASF or anything. Oh, look, M72 long actually managed to hit something. Nope, L-15M's bombing. Patriot still moving. Wolverine gets one hit. Ooh, does Patriot get a hit? And it's gone. Oh, HA took a hit. Oh, probably from the M84A or AN. Oh, there goes the T-55A. Oh, AN and the A's are moving in. Ooh, that's a big hit. Oh, the Mexus is not in a good spot. It's going up the T-55A. Yeah, he's gonna smoke it probably. Oh, that's just sitting there. Guess he wanted eyes there, and that was the cheapest pair he had. That Longbow's actually running low on fuel. Alright, there's the next wave coming out. Looks like he's going to try and get into the buildings again. Oh, actually looks like he pulled back the Canadian rifles. He didn't lose them. That's my bad. Oh, did the H... No, okay, HA fell back to repair. C2 is about to as well, by the looks of it. Oh, Ranger's engaging these two, but there's a lot of them. They have fire support. Oh. Harrier's out. Oh, riflemen are taking heavy fire. Oh, those guys are out of the outside the building. Right, there's one group inside of it and then one group outside of it. Oh, but... Ooh, C2 Nexus gets double tap at the M84As. Harrier puts the hurt onto those... Oh, they're not... He doesn't have evac Winchester. Or auto evac Winchester enabled there, looks of it. And Longbow whacks the T-55A as it exposes itself. Oh, may have gone down. Oh, it's Canadian Airborne, not rifles. The rifles did go down, Canadian Airborne is still there. I am on top of my game today, don't mind me. Anyway, Belarus has been capping Echo for the last little while. So he's at 107 to NickDaMan's 42. And everyone just getting caught up by that Sneska. SMAs are moving in. Oh, Oh, there's CS. That one's fun. It's fragile, but if it shoots first, it's gonna perma-stun basically. And H-A's taking some big hits from the A. Ooh, but Smalls get to hit on the M84A. The AN's still there though. Harrier get fired on position and missed, and now it's gonna get wrecked by Parasavas. There's one hit, and there's two. Now he's marking them for attack. But the Savas are relocating. Oh, Smalls get a hit on the AN, leaving on 2 HP. Oh, but there's another AN up there. Oh, Rangers have been spotted by the Neo Savannah, and there's a lot of PB shooting at him. Or 2. Apparently, is a lot in my book. And he doesn't really have a good security right on this corner here of Charlie, so that could be a problem for NickDaMan. Oh, TH-5 is shifting down though. Oops, Nezca's moving. Looks like supply trucks coming out for the longbow. Oh, more Smalls and more riflemen. Oh. Looks like those want to work on something. Oh, they probably got this Nezca there. I think it moved across. Yep, looks like it probably caught in the flank. But now that one's going to be working him over. And it has a 4 front versus 2 AP, so they have to close the distance on it. However, it is engaging the Canadian rifles, so yeah, as soon as it's close to range, it's not going to stand much of a chance. Oh, NickDaMan's actually smoking it. However, he does kill the Nezca before he blocks his own line of sight. I noticed TH-25 is just going to town on those vehicles. And they blitz one of them. However, those Canadian rifles got pretty shot to hell. However, as long as the Canadian rifles are drawing fire, the TH-45 should be able to deal with those Male Savannah. Oh, but they're getting the PBs first. Yeah, the KBA-25 is definitely one of the best autocannons in the game. Just because it has such a high rate of fire and okay accuracy, not great accuracy. Oh, looks like TH-25s are just leaving the Canadian rifles out to dry. Looks like he's pretty desperate to defend his flank there. That or he just wants to get the TH-45s into a better position, because yeah, now they're working over the Mea Savannah. Oh, yep, there goes one unit. Oh, Longbow's just flying right in. I guess he's probably trying to spot these guys, and yeah, CS is gonna put her on. Oh, and there's the M1, the Helm VCP coming out for Golf. That's gonna reduce Belarus to 0 power position, but Belarus is at 161 to 42. And NickDaMan really is not making a lot of headway here. He's just losing it, because he just has basically no choice but to do a frontal assault. It's just really not practical to try and attack across there. And instead, in the meanwhile, he's just going to get chewed up. Especially by those ANs. Oh, Mea Savannah. I cannot talk today, so don't mind me. Mea Savannah are stuck in there, so that could put the CP at risk. Okay, rifles went down, but the TH-495s are still in the fight. I wonder where he's sending them. Is he going to fast move into the base or something? Maybe he's going to fast move up into Foxtrot. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, more Rangers coming up. Oh, they're right there. They're just chilling. Yep. I was paying attention. I didn't know if those Mason would have been able to draw line of sight to the Humvee. They're just too deep in the woods. Oh, Rangers out in the open. Oh, Wolverine's trying to get the Hera. They'll reload by the looks of it. Longbow's falling back. I think he might refuel it because he has practically out of fuel. Oh, he's had completely expended, or almost expended one mortar and has a second one going. Well, it looks like Belarus is going to try and get into Gulf. Canadian Airborne might say otherwise, though. Then again, they are not really supported by anything, so that with proper support from those BVPs, the Canadian Airborne will probably go down. Especially if the Maya Savannah engage him. Oh, however, the TH-495s are also there. Ooh, stabilization malfunction. Oh, they wrecked both BVPs, and now it's just Maya Savannah. But these now guys have reduced to half health, and they're running low on ammunition. Oh, Snezka's going to angle and try and get him from the flanks. Which really isn't that big of a deal against the TH-495 because it does have the 3 frontal armor. Oh, T-55A, they're caught out in the crossfire. And they're going to go down. Yep, and they're gone. Oh, riflemen are there, and M113A3 managed to make it there before running out of fuel. I guess it does act as a little bit of an early warning if anything tries sweeping down there. Oh, more smoke. M1HA is moving across, so yeah, looks like NickDaMan is going to try and attack through there. Oh, that... He's trying to get the AN. Gets the... Wow, that 80A is just barely hanging on. That Droog is out. Ooh, Mi-35 coming down, and there's no air defense. There's the CSs, but they don't have... They sacrifice range against helicopters for better range against ground units. Oh, HLV. One was empty, one was not. And looks like... How do you capture those? Were they just driving fast moving down there? That's hilarious. And here comes M62M Super Galeb. Oh, and that Patriot's only down to 1 missile. What did it whack? I wasn't paying attention. Probably when I was distracted down here. Anyway. I don't know if we'll fly within range of a Wolverine. Oh, maybe that Wolverine. Oh, or I could just get one-shotted out of the sky by the Patriot. That's harsh. Oh, lost more infantry and the Mi-35. I don't think NickDaMan can see that. You can see the Mi-35. Oh, Nighthawk's coming out. Let's see what the Skillhawk can achieve. What's it going for? So, the AN, maybe? Oh, it takes 1 hit from a Sava. Oh, an Eglet got a hit on it. Oh, AN's down to 1 HP. Oh, but that AN's gonna still do some work. Oh, Canadian Airborne just got wrecked. They got a hit on the T-55A, but just so much firepower coming back at them. Massive amount of running low on machine gun ammunition. Oh, that AN's falling back. It's Canadian Airborne just out in the open. Mi-35 is coming around. Only air defense immediately there is the Wolverine. Does it have... Oh, it has the range. There's 1 hit. And 2 hits. It is now on. I think that's actually... Yeah, it's on Elite now, so it's actually going to have... It actually might be a bit terrifying for how accurate it could be now. If it stays alive, it looks like it's about to eat an ATGM. Yep, and it goes down. So it doesn't get to stay alive. Ooh, lots of infantry streaming in through Gulf into Charlie. I don't think those Rangers are going to be enough to stop them. Ooh. Oh, both Droogs miss. Oh, and they're getting gunned down by those Abrams. Oh, Rangers got one of the Maya Savannah teams. Oh, and the CSs are just going to town on them. Yep, they wipe out the transport. Or no, the transport's still alive, it's just weapons are jammed. Oh, Snezka managed to get the CP though. That's giving Belarus his +1 back. Are Drugs prototype? Yes, they are. Oops, yes, yeah, got all those guys. Oh, and there's a CV coming out for golf, and yeah, NickDaMan just doesn't have anything there. Oh, Abrams don't have line of sight on the M117 yet. He's firing in there, I don't know why. Oh, he does have a Humvee CP coming for Echo, though. And what do we got here? L15M. What's it going for? It's going for the longbow? Yeah, he's doing a gun run, did 1 damage. A Vulcan probably would have done 2 or 3, but that's because Vulcans are kind of lousy. Oh, stop zooming in on that. And longbow's not really gonna... Oh, he's probably trying to get the CV. And it's... No, he's shooting at something else apparently. Oh, there you go. That's a good gun run from the L15M. Oh, and it's taking autocannon fire. Sneska gets it. Oh, Nighthawked again. Yep, got the command there. I'm surprised he just didn't do a nuke bomb into there. L15M's going for the Humvee. The Patriot missed. Humvee's booking it. Oh, 1 hit on that. Oh, and it goes down. Looks like the cluster's got it. And then, yeah, I was about to get bum rushed. So Belarus is taking out +1 again. He's at 220 to 42. And there's another Humvee coming to golf, but he just hasn't had anything to really hold golf with. Oh, Smalls are pushing again. Oh, Smalls are engaging. Oh, T-55A is engaging him too. And they go down. Yeah, Smalls aren't as good after they got the price nerf. They used to be 15 points, now they're 20. I think part of that's just... I don't know, I think part of it is they were outperforming a lot of similarly priced infantry. Ooh, HAs are taking Droog fire. I like how that team's still alive. DAP is flying over. Don't know what it's trying to do, it's just gonna get machine gunned. Yeah. And Silo doesn't get the kill. Silo. And Canadian were in a spot in their buildings. I like how the infantry will just sit there where they are instead of trying to jump to a different part of the building block where they won't have line of sight. And here comes another Humvee for Echo. And he actually is counter-capping golf, so that's going to give him +1. I'm a little bit late for that though. I don't think NickDaMan's going to win this battle. And here comes the Skillhawk again. Where's it going? Just gonna try and snipe a command or something, or what? Get the dudes in the building. It's firing. He doesn't have automatic evac Winchester, so and it goes down to a salvo by the looks of it. And he didn't even have the right spot. And if he did have the right spot, that would have missed by a country mile. And a T-72 command's coming out probably for Echo to keep it alive. And Hera 2 is just gonna fly right over and straight to that Humvee CP probably. And NickDaMan surrenders. Alright, so Belarus Border Service was victorious with 238 conquest points to 57. I think Belarus had 3,485 kills. NickDaMan was fairly close at 3,145. How to put it? It was a great effort from both players, but NickDaMan, I think I kind of see what he's trying to do in the opening, but Don't think he quite pulled it off properly. There's a couple reasons. The big thing is that he sent a fair number of units into the bottom part of the map, Golf and Charlie or whatever. And I didn't actually see what Belarus saw there. Wasn't paying attention to the opening. I was just mostly distracted by what NickDaMan was doing in Foxtrot. Probably didn't need to zoom in as far as I did. So I don't know if he sent units there and they got wiped out by what NickDaMan sent, or he just didn't bother sending anything. So what that meant is that basically what it meant is that Belarus had a lot more forces in Delta than NickDaMan did, so he just bulldozed his way right through that straight to NickDaMan's side spawn. I can't remember the objectives on this map. I'm sorry. Anyway, and the thing is that NickDaMan, he did his move into, Fox or whatever, Belarus Border Services side spawn. But the thing is that he was there and he was occupying it, but he wasn't contesting it. He didn't have a command with him there, and he just didn't take out the CV there, the command infantry. Not until much later when he sent a Bison down. And I think that was a bit of a mistake. He probably should have tried to get that CV earlier than he did. But I think part of it was just because his attention probably was very much focused in what was happening in Delta, and he's just getting overrun there. He did have a good comeback there, managed to force out the enemy there, but he did take a lot of losses doing so. And I don't know, the first longbow did a fair bit of damage before it went down. And he also shot down a fair few planes, but I know he got a little bit unlucky with that A-10 there. It missed its shot, and that's the other thing. I think that if NickDaMan had recapped his side spawn sooner, he might have been in a much better spot. I don't know if he necessarily would have won, but he would have been. The game at least would have been a bit closer in terms of conquest points, maybe. It's hard to tell. Because, his TACCOM, he just kind of left him there in the open, and then the Snetskis got him. And he just didn't have anything directly defending him. He's relying on the A-10s, which aren't bad, but they need line of sight, and their ATGMs aren't the most reliable. And I think he actually did upbet his A-10s, because after the first one went down, I didn't see any others. Thanks, game. It's hard to tell. I'd have to go back and rewatch the replay, but I'm too lazy to do that. He was simultaneously lucky and unlucky with his Seagull there. I don't think he was really paying attention because the Seagull started turning away from the L-19, which was, not what you wanted to do when you're closing on an enemy ASF. So that's what it's doing. So it's turning away, but the L-19 missed a bunch of its shots. I actually think it missed both of its AMRAAMs, if I forget AMRAAMs, I think they're those are Mika EMs or whatever. And so the Seagull then, they basically both got a mutual kill on each other. But that's the thing is that F-15 Seagull upvet is 1 per card. L-19 is just straight up 2 per card on hardened. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Aside from that, that's the big thing, I'd say. I'm surprised it took so long for the Nighthawk to come out, but yeah, that's how it goes. Like, he did kind of waste the Nighthawk trying to get the CV and Delta or whatever, but the game was practically over at that point. I don't really think it would have mattered if he did get the CV there. I think we're pretty sure the only way he could have won that at the end was if all of Belarus's CVs died, but that goes for most battles once they get to a certain point. Yeah, honestly, it is a hard fought battle from NickDaMan. He had that good push going. I said, I didn't think he was likely that he's going to push there, but it actually does make sense to push from the top part from the map, because where he's pushing originally in the middle, right from his side spawn there, right outside of it, you're basically getting caught in a crossfire. You're getting shot from the front, from the left, and from the right. However, because he came in from the top, he's basically forcing the Belarus into a frontal fight with them. And the thing is that mechanized decks, especially across open ground, well, that kind of intermediate ground that you have in that part of the map, is not really one of their strengths. And that sort of map, a heavy tank like those M1A1 HAs, they definitely have the advantage over the medium armor that Belarus is relying on. But I'm just going to keep rambling him on about random things. He probably should have tried defending golf a bit more. But then again, the thing is that he was fighting on multiple fronts, and he was attacking, and as I said before, attackers are almost always at the disadvantage. Especially when you're dealing with that many mass units. You know, as many units as Belarus had there. I think maybe NickDaMan should have spared a few more points to get some more dudes into golf to defend it, so he didn't lose his CV there so quickly to that Snezka. But hey, c'est la vie. Who am I to talk? NickDaMan's a much better player than I am. He kicked my ass like twice in ranked. Back when I managed to fail my way to first lieutenant, but that's irrelevant. I'm just going to call it here before I drag this video out any longer than I already have. I'm Xander Turon, and this was game 34 of the first Reddit Open Tournament. Since we are in the semifinals, as I said before, best 2 of 3, so whoever wins. If NickDaMan wins the next game, it goes on to a third game. If Belarus wins, then Belarus Border Service goes on to the finals against Razman. And yeah. Anyway, you guys have a lovely day.